Hello everybody, it's Steve. Welcome back to Surviving Mars Below and Beyond. In between videos, I realized that Hourglass is actually running into a significant problem. We need to actually arrange this one to head to Hourglass and do a resupply mission. They're actually out of metal there, which is a bit of a problem because that's kind of what all of our, what do you call it to use? Let's see if I can actually do the refueling on this one just by utilizing the fuel we have there. Take some polymers, no drones, a couple of those, that should be pretty good. We'll go ahead and get that up there. So we're running a little low on polymers, however in the last episode I did start getting this polymer factory up and running. Let's see, we do have some folks who are listed as unemployed. Hot diggity damn, I'll go ahead and make sure that this is opened up for them. Also got blue skies in the last video, so it's much brighter now on your screen as I'm doing this. And also got my open farm going, now have 400 food just waiting to be harvested. Food is no longer a problem for me on Mars. Also got this open farm going down here. I wanted to essentially just guarantee food is no longer going to be a concern for me the rest of this playthrough. So I got that going for me. That's nice. Also got our tourism going up here in Razo and Esperanza. Probably mispronouncing those. Exporter 2 is currently in transit, and Amaral, wow, has already showed up there. Let's go ahead and get him down there. Yeah, because every large solar panel is now pretty much offline, and we're just ripping through whatever power we have left in our atomic accumulators. Even though these guys are off at night, just want to make sure that we're getting those things. We got our first rainfall, and got cloud seeding. Whoa, hang on. Okay. Wanted to make sure the core water and the core rare metals had not been utilized just yet to make sure that they didn't pop up here. So we got our first rainfall on Mars, which is going to be very helpful to increasing soil quality. But getting these solar panels back up and running will definitely get things rehabilitated. I'm also going to prioritize the drone hub for power as well, for the obvious reason of if I need them, I want to make sure I got them. Let's see. Yeah, refueling based with the fuel that we have here because we've got so much of it on Hourglass. Realize that, and then boom. Now we're producing some extra power. We're going to be able to jam those atomic accumulators full pretty quick. Need to do something with this waste rock, but I'm definitely not going to bring it back to Mars, so I'll just kind of leave that here. This is going to take a little while to load up, so we'll just go ahead and check over on Krulls. And what's this one called again? Metzley. Metzley is fully loaded with exotics, and let's see. You guys need to all be assigned to this one, please. Oh, you too. Now, we're going to bring this one back. 375 rare metals. And of course, I will take the... Sorry, 375 exotics. I will take those other ones, but since we're out of metals here also, I am going to have to do a run back. I'm going to grab those polymers also and bring those back. Pure rains are now possible. We have another ice asteroid mission available. It's going to keep cranking up the water for me, so we'll go ahead and bring Crux back, and we'll send Ansia to do capture ice asteroids. It's going to take a lot of fuel, which I've got. It's going to take some machine parts, which I've got. It's the one that takes polymers that are going to take the most of the problem. So Krulls is arrived. Go, bring him back down here. Very busy, the rocket port on this one. In fact, we can get pure rain. I'll kind of show you how very quickly we can get some good soil quality. I'm doing no soil production up here. We've got some lakes down here increasing soil quality, but with the pure rain, we're going to start seeing this map very quickly turn from brown to red and eventually green once we get full vegetation going on it. Now 700 food available for harvest on my open farm. That is the wonder of these open farms. They do so well for us. Not enough workers down here? Really? I have people listed as homeless down here, kids. Seed vegetation project now available. I will go ahead and send Crux for that. It's going to take pretty much all of my seeds, actually, to get done. But getting those up and running is going to be very important. I do think another dome is going to be needed over here, so I need to start planning that right now as well. Do a megadome. Oh, hang on. Get a drone. I'm gonna put on a drone hub right about here, I think. We'll get that built up. We're going to clear this. We're going to level this area out. Because we've got a vista here. We've got a lake. Probably start building some domes out this way. Or like a dome down here and come down toward the bottom of this. Because we do have another rare metals deposit. I don't think I actually found out where that super high rare metals deposit was. In the core metals event. Oh, it's right here. Oh wow, we got two of them, 25,000, very high. So once this is emptied out very shortly, I'll be able to pull that. Sitting on quite a bit of cash, so let's actually just do what I've been doing and pull down some polymers from Yield Space Elevator. Actually, let's do seeds first. Just gonna shell out a ton of cash to get some materials that we're gonna need. Pretty sure that one went through. Alright, just shelled out, what, $10, $15 billion? I wasn't paying attention.
Research complete.
Nuclear terraforming, and now melt the polar ice caps. It will cause...
We have a delivery on the space elevator.
Actually, I have a lot of stuff coming down on the space elevator right now. Yeah, there it goes. It's just, you see that, like, it just came down, bounced, and just shot back up. Perfect. Yeah, space elevator makes it so much easier to bring materials up. And I'm just going to keep using exporter for my operations.
We have a delivery on the space elevator.
And you actually need to go back to Metzley. We're going to take up, yeah, enough fuel to get back. Enough for that. No polymers. There we go. I like that. We'll send that one up to Metzley for that project. Go back up to Hourglass. We'll load it up pretty good. Request that. We'll unload that last rare metal and send this one back. Maybe? Okay. They're loading and unloading stuff. Okay, the brain looks like... Oh, because I've got this weird imbalance there. Yeah, because I got no more exotics now, it's taking off rare metals. It's being a little bit of a...
We have a delivery
pill
on the
with it.
space
All right,
elevator.
we got some tourists who are leaving, because let's take a look at our tourism. Wow, we actually out of tourists? Okay, hey! Exporter actually was able to do it. Let's go ahead and bring up a passenger rocket. This is Turista? Yep. Launch it. Make sure they've got tourists frequently coming, but this also proves Exporter 2. This is what I was concerned about
Funding received.
in the previous video. Would departing tourists just leave on the Exporter rocket, which is what I was hoping for and what I'm getting. Love it. I'm going to come down like this. I'm just going to kind of set it like that. $1.4 billion in funding. Loving it. And this guy, yeah, he's off in the overnight hours. Perfect. You take, how much electricity you take? 6? Yeah, I'm not going to... I could put... I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to put a small accumulator next to this guy. And I'm going to put another... These guys run during the overnight hours, so they aren't drawing too much. I'm thinking about doing this as an amplify. But also want to make sure that this payload is allowing to grab polymers, because this one has 200 polymers sitting around. I want to make sure I'm grabbing that stuff also. Got, let's see, Exporter 2, Exporter 1, and Turista. RC Explorer 1 got damaged at some point. I'm going to guess by... gonna guess a Dust Devil. Let's work on getting this new map, or this new thing done up. I'm gonna do a big old Latin operation. Big as we can go. Grudge. Something is wrong. All data transfers to Earth have ceased after an explosion. Rocked our colony. Several colonists. KIA. Our experts began fixing the data blocker. We're preliminary analysis to some rivals here on Mars because the culprit Costs us further to... So, I'm going to actually do no outsource or sponsor research for the next 15 souls. We're going to find out who it is, and something very bad is going to happen to said colony. All right, so my sponsor is going to be 1,400. I have no outsourcing going right now. So let's do this. So it's 7,700 right now to 5,800. I can work with this. For 15 souls, that's fine by me. I can make that work. We can also put a bunch more drones on this project. Amral has arrived with a bunch of materials. Let's put you there, please. Got a capture ice asteroid mission going, a seed vegetation mission going. Wow, Pimp My Dome is just not bringing in any people right now. These guys have burnt... Wow, holy crap. I've actually eaten all my waste rock in the colony. That could be what was going on with those rare metals refineries. They consume so much and do so well for me. But this one actually needs to burn the waste rock for my stuff, which could also mean that I need to do projects that consume waste rock. Just keep that in mind. Alright, let's slap down a Megadome. This Megadome is going to be in range of a Vista, which is kind of the point here. It's not going to be right on top of that rare metals deposit, although I could very well put it on top there. So we'll put this guy here. There are no little collections of these guys. Depots, that's what they're called. Over here, I'm going to make sure that depots are set up for them, just to make sure we continue getting stuff going. My tourists have arrived. Welcome to Mars. Please enjoy your stay. We have a lot of people listed as homeless here, which I'm not understanding. I do have a massive homelessness issue.
Funding received.
And I do think that's also where a barrel dome with double arcology would be very helpful for me. Just keeping that in mind. Plenty of food now, 2,600. We've almost more than doubled our food capacity so far in this video. And let's go ahead. So it's going to go here to here on the pipe. Go over that. Show me where that is. That's fine. I'm going to grab him. Unpack one drone to repair him. And Turista is ready to head back. We'll go ahead and send him back. Grab some more people and then return to Mars. Eventually I will bring the Geoscape Dome online. I just haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it just yet. I think it's going to be... It's going to end up being something, obviously, for the tourists. That's why this dome... Yeah, overpopulated. A lot of overpopulated domes. This dome, once constructed, and it's bringing all this material over here. That's why I need to slap down these depots. Let's do the depots real quick, and I swear I took my Ritalin today. Okay, so pipe's going to come across from here to about here. These guys in here. Not going to need seeds. Not going to need black cubes either, but let's put like 50 here. 15 here. 30. 50. 40. I'm also not looking at what I have up here as I was doing that. Yeah, very low on metals again. Okay. So I do have my metals extractors. I've got some up here also. There's nothing over here, which I'm surprised at. This whole area that I did up didn't actually produce a lot. Intrigues me somewhat. Exporter 2 has arrived. And waiting on concrete now for this dome. Thought it was going to take a little bit longer. But absolutely going to slap an arcology down here. And I do think a barrel dome, an oval dome down here would be a good idea also. Maybe connect up from here. Can I do that actually? Let's, wrong one.
Funding received.
Could actually do it.
Research
I'm
complete.
gonna do it like this, maybe. I'm gonna do that. Because I want to see if I can connect this dome to here. It may be too far, but whatever I put in here to connect these two, I want to make sure a ramp can actually go over them. That's the big thing. It's going to take more metals than I got, unfortunately. Ice asteroid capture completed. Terraforming amplification is done, which is very helpful for me. There we go. And again, we have no outsourcing. We have no sponsored research for some time due to the Grudge event. Shut her down. And this one I'm just going to hook up with a passage. Like that. Ramp over it as usual. Turn it on. There we go. And let's go ahead. Arcology, obviously. This one is probably mainly going to be production of advanced materials. Electronics, mainly. Obviously, we're going to need a school in here. Going to need a Martian University in here. Large nursery in here. Those three right there. It's a good little combo. And let's slap down my dome services. I will actually put a hospital, a full-fledged hospital in this dome. Gonna need a diner. Let's be honest. We're gonna need 2 diners. Probably a second grocer also. But if I connect over here, I can do a very similar setup. So, art store, electronics store. My daughter coughing in the next room. Nancy has returned from its mission. There we go. And this is where a lot more materials are going to disappear very quickly. It's actually... I'll let that project continue to get this dome up and running. Yeah, this is where the connector is going to be. I don't want to connect with that just yet. Could also... Actually, hang on. I like that idea, just hooking her up that way. That's kind of cool. Japan is offering a trade route which does not benefit me at this time. I need something that actually gets me metal. So let's offer up some machine parts for some metal, see if any nibbles on this. I don't think people will, because obviously they have to give me the raw materials to get the stuff they can make themselves. Oh, Japan's willing to take it. Let's grab it. It's not a great trade. I mean, realistically, I'd rather do almost anything else. 13 homeless in this dome. It hasn't even been built yet, and we're already getting going on it. Concrete is being shipped over, but it is taking some time to arrive. There's no medical facility in this dome. Hang on. Interesting. Alright. So it actually had taken quite a bit of time for me to get to where we're at. And it's like, okay, I need to figure out where my tourists are. Sorry. Got 32 tourists. Alright, Teresa. Let's get it up here. Actually, we went back and reverted to the save I did right after I cut off the last part of the video because I had a feeling that I was going to be gone for a while. And sure enough, I was gone for a while. We're going to do Births Forbidden when dome is full. We have a lot of available jobs here, so I'm thinking we do a couple electronics factories like we did in its neighboring dome. We put those there. Crux has returned from its seed veg mission.
Research complete.
Creative Biorobotics is a biorobotics workshop. It goes towards the milestone for 40% workers in workshops, but I got that way back in Soul 94. I still have to get all my sponsor goals, and I've got to get these last ones, and I'm going to be there with that. Eventually, I'll remember which button is the right button for it. I'd have a dome with more than 200 colonists, so I'm going to get that probably down here in this dome, and I'll start working on this here once I clear my throat. This building is going to need a double arcology. Going to slap a large nursery down. Now the dome is actually built, let's go ahead and slap them tunnels down too. First tunnel is going to come down this way. And can I get... I don't think this one might actually be too long. Let's go for it. Ooh, hot diggity damn. I can do it. I was actually surprised. I like being wrong in this situation. Put that right there. Cool. We got ramps over both of them. This dome is going to remain off while everything is being built up in here. This dome obviously is going to have some stuff going for it. Open up those shifts as well.
Funding
Factory
received.
AI on those as well. We're going to do religious... No, it's religious composed enthusiast, I think I do. That's what I do here. Let me check my schools in the old domes. School. Ah, here we go. Alright, religious composed survivor. Gotcha. I'll put survivor on that one too. Alright, cool beans. Got a large nursery in here. We're going to slap down some schools. You know what? I'm going to put an amusement park in this dome. I think this dome could actually benefit from that. We're going to slap a casino complex down over here also. We have a space bar prefab, so I'll slap him down. And this dome is going to run into problems very quickly. I say that because this dome's not going to have a ton of stuff available for it. I think that very quickly the people in this dome are going to be like, there's nothing for me to do, all the buildings are full. It's because, yeah, we're going to have a ton of people in this dome, which is why these domes are connected to it, is so they can hopefully go and travel to neighboring domes to get some of the stuff that they need/want. Security station, absolutely going in here. Get out of your damn mind if you think I'm not doing that. I will slap that down here. Hold up. I haven't built Project Morpheus yet. I need to get that built upstairs. I'll build that up by the, what do you call it? Alright, so we've got 96 homeless. Boom. Let's turn on the lights and slap down some... I'm going to just do smart apartments for these ones. Whoa, game lag. 3 smart complexes. We're going to slap a Hockey Institute down here. I'll leave the space for the other things here in a moment. But I'm also going to change the skin on these to make it kind of these cool guys. Yeah. It's going to look cool. And this dome has 162. I could do get the Mega Dome all the way up to 200 people to get that last objective done. And, oh dear, we have some toxic rains coming. That's not nice. Let's see. Wow. Average soil quality here is awful. Alright, it's going to cut off my food production for a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to make that work. Next to my Mega Telescope, I'm going to slap down Project Morpheus. Could actually put it over here, kind of by this dome. Got a dumping site in this area. That may work. I like the idea of having it
Research
in a spot
complete.
where my RC Safari will see it. So we got to stop here, stop down here, stop up here. All right, yeah. I think Morpheus is going to go next to this, maybe. Actually, I'm going to put it kind of in here. I like this location for it, if I'm 100% honest. It's not. I don't think it's going to be the perfect location, but I like this spot because it's going to be covered by scrubbers. We got cloud seeding done, so we actually got toxic rain, I think, going to be stacked with a regular rain. That's going to be fun. All right, touristas have arrived. Let's make sure we're getting them taken
Funding
care of.
received.
Unfortunately, the cloud seeding did kind of interfere with everything. Okay, you're landing, you're coming home. Crux is available to do... I'm just going to keep doing the cloud seeding missions. Cloud seeding, vegetation, all that stuff. We're getting the water up, which is good. We're getting the temperature up. This one core heat convector is doing so much work, and I love it so much for that. Forestation plants, who performs in a grocer. The small grocer is the only thing I'm concerned about at the moment. Let's see. I didn't slap a school in here. I don't think that's a problem because I have a school next door. I can utilize that. Alright, Ansia is ready to come back. Bring her on here. I'm going to check in with my asteroids real fast. Not bad. We'll unload some of the, looks like, extra polymers. The polymers are obviously going to be very, very helpful for me down on Mars. Up here, got 99 exotics, 139 Running a significant deficit in the overnight hours, which is going to become a problem. Yeah, these guys are just pulling exotics out. This one, yeah, inactive. Alright, we're good on that front. Cool. Alright, and let's also check in on this guy. 230, 258. Okay. I think we need to come up here and grab some materials. Let's go back down to Mars. Grab Amaral. We're going to go visit... No, Khufu. Khufu's our first asteroid. Visit. No drones needed for this operation. Let's do that and that. We're going for a full resupply here. Right, we'll get that stuff done up and we'll be good to go. Holy shit, I ate my electronics. Hey, that's why I built these electronics factories. True story. Got 32 tourists leaving Mars. That's good. I'm still not perfect on the time and getting these folks lined up for it. I do think there's a little more micromanagement than I was expecting when it comes to the tourists, but it is a decent mechanic. I like the idea of not going to get a ton out of this. Got some good satisfaction though. All right, let's head back. 1.5 billion, not terrible. 57 more applicants, that's very helpful. But again, Futurist is the only rocket that's bringing folks to Mars. The folks can leave with ANSIA and through Exporter 2. These two rockets up here. Let's go ahead and get this number up to like 60.
Funding received.
And 50. Let's get these numbers. Let's pump up these numbers. These are rookie numbers right now. I do think that given my fuel setup here, I maybe want to put down some more shuttles, if I'm brutally honest. Bring down some more electronics, or alternatively, build out a set of just a shuttle farm. However, with this idea, it doesn't make sense to have it on the edge of the map. It makes more sense to have it centralized so it can go and move stuff and come back and refuel each time, if that makes sense. All right, we're going to bring you in over here, I think we decided. Yeah, we're going to bring you down here. Running a pretty good deficit during the overnight hours, that's okay. We're not doing much with the metals we have, so we should probably do something there. Exotics. Kind of put it like that, that way it's flanking the items and we can kind of move stuff around, make it a little more accessible.
Resources are low
on that end. Wow, just ate through all of our metals. I do have a deposit right there that I can send folks outside to do. Deep scan. How much we got left on this one up here? 950. I want to amplify you. And you. This one's depleted actually, but I've got these rare metals deposits. Let's try to trade food for metal. We've got the material. We've got plenty of food now. We're at 4,000. So very quickly we're just... Storage space full? Oh, good lord. There's such an imbalance on this stuff. 22, I'll take it. I don't want to take it, but I will. Let's see. Nope, no covert ops, not yet. That's not a bad trade, actually. 50 concrete for 30 metal. I'll come back to Paradox for that. Nope, and that's us, and then Japan. They want metals, so let's do a trade with Paradox. 50 concrete, I've got plenty of it. This is what I'm rolling with. 1,800 concrete, 38 electronic. I can trade some of this off and be fine. I'm going to make this a automated run, and ANSI is going to be in charge of that. We're going to eat through a lot of materials to do this, but I don't see a lot of other ways that are not as beneficial. It's also one reason I've kind of reeled back in my idea of words, Steve. Reeled back my idea to build more machine parts factories because we're consuming too many metals. Hang on. Alright, Khufu's got 232. I could actually load up metals on this rocket. Looks like this one we're going to bring back exotics and rares. And Metzli. Holy crap. I was not expecting 150 polymers to be on board. They're going to bring it down to 86 though.
Resources are low.
Let's go ahead and do a space elevator order because we're back up to 80 billion. I'll take that. I want to try to avoid ordering metals from Earth if I can. Because, yeah, it costs a quarter of what this does. But also, look at the weight. 1,000 to 2,500. I won't be able to bring as much down with each run of it. So, there's a thought on that, too. Looks like, yep. Turista has arrived back at Earth. Let's launch it. Launch it. Because, again, it's counting... It's not counting the hotels when it counts for residences.
Resources are low.
And that's probably something that could be taken care of very quickly. Wow, a lot of kids born in this dome. That's helpful, though.
Funding received.
If we have this many kids, I think we need to look at updating the number of
Research
schools just need to have. Fueled extractors. This is going to be helpful if we want to do any of that. Japan will offer me a pittance for my metals. I'll take it. Crux has returned, so we'll bring him back down. And I'm probably over the 30-minute mark at this point. I didn't actually count how long the first part of this video was, so I will put a cut in here. Next video, we're going to keep building this up. Want to keep getting these numbers much, much higher. I think for this series, there may be like one more week really getting the tourism up and going, getting these domes filled up, getting the Geoscape Dome up and running as a tourist facility, and then maybe starting a new series, doing an underground playthrough. That's going to be my next Surviving Mars series. But for now, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and all the videos that come out on this channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video once this is completed.